Republican.
Thank you, Dr. MacManus, and thank you all for attending tonight and listening to us for a few minutes. And Russ is right. I think that civility is something we've lost in politics over the last decade or so, and I've always prided myself on being able to work across the aisle and talk to people that are Democrats and independents and folks that don't necessarily agree the same way I do, and work on solutions that work for all of us. I am a USF graduate. It was probably before all of you or most of you were born that I sat in this very same room taking political science classes here at USF. I graduated in 1987 with a degree in political science. Like many of you probably wondered what in the heck I'm going to do with that degree. So I went to law school with it. I went to the University of Florida, came back in 1990, and this area of town called New Tampa had sprung up out of nowhere. And I settled out there, and I got involved in politics. Now, I was involved in politics while I was at USF. I was in student government, representing the Social and Behavioral Sciences College here. I was involved in a fraternity. I was involved in athletics. So I was very, very much involved in campus life here at USF. And when I got back, I decided to continue to work on politics, and I volunteered for a guy that ran for the State House named Victor Christ, and he got elected. And then I decided, well, I really enjoyed that. I think I'll get involved in politics myself. So I ran for the Tampa City Council, got elected to that. I was the second youngest council member in Tampa's history, and I served for 2 terms. The Tampa City Council is a nonpartisan position. You don't run as a Democrat or Republican or independent, you just run. And I was, for a time, the only Republican on the City Council. So I had to learn how to work across the aisle with my colleagues to accomplish things that I wanted to accomplish for my district. My district was right out here. I live in New Tampa. District 60 that Russ and I are running for is Temple Terrace, New Tampa, and Lutz, and includes USF. So those of you who do live on campus, or those of you who live around campus, you live in District 60. This is close to home. This is really stuff that is going to have a great impact on you, not only because of the school that you go to, but because of where you live. When I was on the City Council, we did a couple of things I'm really proud of. We cut taxes for the first time in Tampa in 20 years. I led the charge for that. I led the fight for that. We were successful even though there were only 2 Republicans on the City Council at the time. We created the City of Tampa's first faith-based initiatives program. So anybody who knows anything about government programs, when you have private industry, and particularly churches and organizations like that get involved and help out in community efforts, they're more successful than the government. I believe in private enterprise. I believe in private individuals being involved. I don't believe in big government. And we created that initiative, and it was incredibly successful. And when I left the City Council, I had 2 terms on the council. We have term limits. And I decided, how can I stay involved? I got involved, I got appointed to an organization called TBARTA, which is a regional transportation authority here. You all may have heard about the 1-cent sales tax that's being thought about right now for light rail and things like that. Well, that's something that TBARTA in the transportation world has been working on. So I've been involved in the transportation world as well. So one of the things I want to talk to you about, I'm a conservative through and through, and I'm proud of that. And this is an open seat, and it is being targeted by both the Democrats and the Republicans because it's an open seat. And I want to ask you for your help in my campaign. We have a campaign office that is literally right around the corner on 56th Street. We have senior citizens volunteering. We have high school kids volunteering, and everyone in between. It's an incredibly fun atmosphere where people that really want to learn firsthand about political campaigns are going to get a chance to learn about them. We're not going to have you stuff envelopes. We're not going to have you do grunt work. We're going to make it fun. We want you to enjoy the experience, and I want you to leave, if you want to help me out, I want you to leave my campaign with that same fire in the belly that I left my first campaign on, and thinking that this is something that maybe I really would like to do for myself as well. So, thank you all very much. It's great to come back to campus. Go Bulls, and we'll be around after.